The 2015 original Assyrian King Sennacherib video showing human profile images in his crown, which show frontal views of King Sennacherib himself. Copyright 2015 to 2018, all rights reserved. You may ask the question, why are we taking a look at different archaeological artifacts and bas-reliefs, etc., that show an image of Assyrian King Sennacherib and images, pictorial images of himself in his crown? The reason that we want to establish that these images are in the different archaeological artifacts and in the crown of King Sennacherib himself is because we're going to cross-compare these images to a large possible geoglyph / possible sculpture that may be as large as 250 feet high on Greater Mount Ararat to show that King Sennacherib was at the mountain of Noah on Greater Mount Ararat sometimes between 701 to 681 BCE at his death. That's the goal of this video. A second reason why it's important to understand if Assyrian King Sennacherib was at Greater Mount Ararat, the mountain of Noah, or not, is because there is some minimal historical and archaeological evidence that states that plausibly King Sennacherib took a piece of wood from off Noah's Ark and he went back to Nineveh and more or less was going to worship it and or put it and worship it before his god Nishrosh, where he was killed by his sons according to 2 Kings 19:35 through 37. That will be examined here in the next video as well. Here we see King Sennacherib with his soldiers in back of him and his driver in his chariot as he watches the destruction and conquering of Lachish, Judah. Here we zoom into Sennacherib and his crown to show that it has images on the inside of it. And in the front of it, what we will notice as we get closer and closer to this is that there is a face. Now as we zoom away from that to the projected enlargement at the bottom, we will see A, which is a higher resolution image of King Sennacherib, and will show his crown. And then B shows a face on the crown, which would be that of Sennacherib himself with the arrow pointing to the right, or as if looking to the right. Here again, we see the image to the left and the right, bulky, which is a camera option that allows the background to be eliminated to bring out the outline and show what is being photographed. Within the red oval outline seen here, we can see what looks and appears like to be the face of a man, which the way this is drawn and constructed over 2,700 years ago would be that of Sennacherib. Now a second artifact, man's profile in the crown of Sennacherib on a relief from Khorsabad, Iraq. Here now we have a new image of an artifact and relief from Khorsabad, Iraq. Right there within the green circle where the little hand is going round and round, right there is the image of a man's face profile. There would be his nose, mouth, beard right there, neck, top of his head right there, ear right there with the little hands going around, forehead down there to be the eye, nose right there, mouth, beard right there. Now we're going to zoom in on that to get a closer look to it as well. Next, on the same artifact, what we are going to do here is show this image of the man's face in the green circle much, much closer. Here we give the anatomical areas of the head and face, etc. There where the red line points to is the top of the head, or the turban or the hat that he is wearing. Next, we also are going to take a look at the ear and the back of the neck and point to that. Right there would be the top of the ear, where the red line is extending away from the word ear, where it's annotated. And the second arrow or line shows the bottom of the ear right there in like manner. Next, we take at the next anatomical feature. Characteristic will be the back of the neck, approximately right there where the arrow is pointing to, or the line indicator. Then we're going to go to the front of the profile of the face of this man on this crown of Sennacherib, and look at the eye, nose, mouth, and beard. Right there we see eye, nose, mouth, and beard. That's in annotated words. Right there is the eye, where the pointer's pointing to. Next anatomical feature characteristic will be the nose. Right there where the pointer's pointer to, right there as well. Then the mouth. Eye and nose again, shown again for re-emphasis. Then we go to the mouth right there where the pointer's pointing to, and just right below that, the skin area will be the chin. However, again below the chin, right below between the mouth and the beard, we then have the next pointer that points to the beard right there in like manner again. Now, go back and take the pointers away. Show the eye again, approximately right there. The nose right there. Mouth right there where it's pointing to. And the beard right there as well. Next, what we're going to take a look at is some 2015 original video of possibly and plausibly Assyrian King Sennacherib large geoglyph or very large sculpture that is approximately 250 feet high on Greater Mount Ararat on the northeast side of the mountain in an area known as the Ahura Gorge. What we're going to show here is some of the original video shot or videotaped during the summer of 2015 by Ark-Quest team number 2. Some videos like this will have no audio at all. In other words, there will be no human voice. The video was due to the fact that there was so much noise with the wind at this altitude and how it interfered with the video and gave problems later as well. We will be showing the video, be explaining it at the same time. This video is now as follows. Here's the sky. Here is the area, and right there, as we're zooming in, that is a large 250 foot approximately high carving or sculpture of Assyrian King Sennacherib. And we can see that it is quite large near the top of Greater Ararat. We're going to be explaining that more in the rest of this video after we're through here, which now the video ends approximately here. Next is a brief explanation of the 2015 summer original video of possibly and plausibly Assyrian King Sennacherib, of the large zoomorphic geoglyph and or sculpture that was sculptured possibly on a solid surface. This explanation is going to explain the video that we just saw about the large 250-foot high or larger geoglyph or sculpture. The explanation is now more as follows. Here we see the geoglyph at the top of Mount Ararat at about 47 to 4,800 meters within the red oval outline. Here, bulky, which is a camera option, eliminates the background around the large 250-foot high geoglyph and or sculpture to show more what it looks like by giving it a minimal 3D effect. Yes, we will give this 250-foot high or higher large possible zoomorphic geoglyph and or sculpture on a hard surface on Greater Mount Ararat much more study. However, as we zoom into this, much more data and evidence will be considered in our next video, part number 3, as this series continues. Thank you for watching and have a great day.